Where would you rate your life on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm going to help you go upwards of 10 today because I'm going to give you awesome information about how you can live your dreams. So get ready. We're going to change your reality. Are you living your dreams? A lot of these people might be, but listen, there's no correlation between the amount of money you have and happiness in life. The only way to be truly happy, truly fulfilled, is if when you go to work every day, when you get up and do your day, you know you're doing something that you love. They've actually done some research on this. 50% of the people surveyed in North America said, I enjoy my job. Now that's down from 60% in 1995. But if you look a little closer, of that 50% of people who said, yeah, I can do this, only 14% said, I am extremely satisfied with what I do every day. What that tells me is that at least 1 out of every 4 people in our society is going to work just for a paycheck. So my question to you is, why are you going to work? You going to work for a paycheck or for a purpose? Are you existing or are you really living? Today, I want to tell you how you can live your dreams, how you can quit the rat race of life and begin to do something every day that will light your fire, light you up, that will make you feel like, man, I am alive. We're going to talk to a guy named Jim Brickman. Some of you might not recognize his name, a lot of you will. I guarantee you that you've heard hundreds of his songs on the radio. He's one of the greatest entertainers, composers, songwriters, entrepreneurs of our time. We're also going to talk to a video producer, a guy who's got his own production company. His story is awesome, and you're going to see how he left his first love, but now that he's back doing production, he is truly doing things that are fulfilling and lighting his fire on an emotional level. Listen, my goal for this show is to motivate you. I want you to know that it's possible for you to get up in the morning and actually be excited about doing your day. So we're going to give you strategies, techniques, principles, all things that are practical that one day will help you live your dreams. We are here with Jim Brickman today. Jim, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Giving us a little bit of your time before concert tonight. Our topic today is how people can live their dreams. That's the question. How can they wake up every day and be happy to actually go about their day's business? Of all the people we could have had for this segment, you are the perfect guy for this segment of the show because I've looked at everything that you're doing, and not only are you a world-class entertainer, you're an author, you're an entrepreneur, you're doing some amazing things. And my first question to you is, how did you wake up one day in a place in your life where you're really living more calling than anything? It seems like you're not punching a clock at some office, you are doing things you're passionate about. How did that happen?
Well, I think you know, that's really the answer, is the passion for it. I mean, I grew up just music was in my blood, in my body, in my mind, in my heart and soul, and I never thought about doing anything else. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't a choice between should I be a musician or should I be an accountant or an attorney or something.
Right.
It was just part of who I was. It was part of, and I knew that it didn't matter whether I was on stage or whether I was famous or any of that stuff. What mattered to me was that I got to be in music. Whether that was backstage, you know, building the set or something, or at a radio station, or at a record company. For me, I didn't, I guess I was open-minded to any of those things. I wasn't dead set on it. It's got to be this, and if it's not this, then I'm not going to be happy.
Right.
And I think that's part of it, because when you're setting yourself up sometimes when you only are limiting your thinking to I can only be happy if this is that way.
Yes.
And that gets people in a lot of trouble, I think.
Yeah, when you start to pigeonhole yourself to say, okay, it's either this or nothing.
Yeah, that's one of the problems I really have in life, is that I want to do so many things. You know, a lot of people say, well, can't you just play concerts and record? And I would say, yeah, but then I wouldn't get to do this, and what about that? And so.
Wow. Man, it is fascinating to me to hear that you never really set out to be, you know, this world-class entertainer. You would have been happy in any aspect of music. That's really
I think
cool.
I would, which is one of the reasons that I say that I'm really comfortable with some of the other projects that I do in addition to the songwriting. But when you feel like you have something to say, you have to. I think you have to look deep inside and really think, what drives me? What makes me feel good about myself? What makes me feel like I'm sharing something with other people? What is the benefit to other people from what I do?
Yeah.
You know, and if there's an answer to all those questions, it's easier to make that choice.
We'll be right back with more Dr. Mike, Changing Your Reality. The research is clear. Stress can have a devastating effect upon your physical health, your relationships, your ability to perform at work, and even your spiritual life. People just like you are desperately trying to find relief from their stress, often feeling like there's no way out of the stress-filled life. But there is hope for you. Dr. Mike's new stress management program, De-Stress 21 Days to a Less Stressed Life, will help you conquer stress once and for all and find the peace that passes all understanding. For a gift of $39 or more, you'll receive Dr. Mike's book, as well as a workbook, which provides practical day-by-day instruction that will yield a less stressed life in just 21 days. You'll also receive the 2 companion relaxation CDs, which will obliterate the effects of stress in your body and help you achieve a state of relaxation even more peaceful than sleep. Call 1-866-882-7488 or visit our website at myrealityonline.com today. You're watching Dr. Mike, Changing Your Reality.
I have a question for you. When you were growing up, little Jim Brickman's running around, right? You knew you were going to be in some sort of music process, right? You knew you wanted to do music. Can you tell me about how it developed for you early on? Like, tell me about the first time you played the piano in front of somebody.
Well, you know, early recitals for me were not a pleasant experience for me or the audience, I don't think. It was, you would never have known if you would have seen me, you know, in the parade of little kids playing the recital,
right,
that I would end up on concert stages or a songwriter, producer, largely because I was really a songwriter, which doesn't identify itself to parents or teachers when you're 8 or 9 years old, because there's not enough life experience, or you don't have the technique enough. And really early piano lessons or anything like that is all about technique. It's not, it's passion, but that sort of love for it and creation of it doesn't identify itself until you're a little bit older. And so my early piano teacher was not didn't see that in me. I don't think anybody would. I don't think parents notice that. I think they know, oh, he loves music. But I actually remember the piano teacher telling my mother that he's not very good at this. You know, you might want to sign him up for soccer or something like that. And my mom said something that I wrote about in one of my books, that she said, you know, she told the teacher, she says, you know, I don't care if he's good at it, he loves doing it. What difference does it make if he excels at it, as long as he gets, and you know, I never forget that. And also it's important to have an advocate, somebody who believes in you and that you know believes in you, that wants to help you live your dream or to create your life. And I had an advocate and a mentor who was an early teacher of mine. I had taken early piano lessons from this horrible woman down the street that just did not, you know, it was just like, you know, next. And I found a graduate student in Cleveland, where I grew up, at a local university, who played this kind of pop jazz style. And he encouraged me to find my own voice.
Amazing. You know, that you look at the research on people who actually create a life that they love,